Ian. Thank you, Robert. We are at capacity. I want to thank the students. And we're a nonprofit. None of us get any money. So please join Hometown. If you haven't joined this year, it's an annual thing. But we really do. We don't go in here. I want to bring up Mosquito Control District 2 Commissioner Phil Goodman.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Hometown, for this opportunity. My name is Phil Goodman. I am Commissioner District 2 in my second term and also the chairman of the Florida Keys Mosquito Control Board. And I am a registered parliamentarian. I do a lot of volunteer work in the community with several organizations. Environmental protection for the Florida Keys. And I'm running on my record of the last 8 years of what we've accomplished at mosquito control, and we've accomplished a lot. It's not the same mosquito control we were in 2010. If you remember, mosquito control today is, and as a result, we use a lot of the latest technologies in mosquito control currently. We employ the latest, best business practices, and as a result, we're doing it very cost effective. Our operating cost in 2017 last year was the same as it was in 2012. And these things don't just happen on their own. They happen as a result of teamwork, of planning, and of leadership. And on the planning part, strategic planning has become a very important part of mosquito control in this, like the threat of Zika a few years ago, and also the hurricane this past year. And after the hurricane, we were up and running in just a few days as planned. And in addition, we have opened our new legislature and the state government this past year. And also the CDC has said that we are one of the best mosquitoes to do. And I ask for you so that we continue along this improved path. Thank you very much for attending, and thank you for Hometown.
Thank you, Phil. Is Ralph DePalma here? Ralph? Well, Phil has an opponent, it is Ralph DePalma. If you see Ralph, if he gets in late, so very few.
Well, I am very happy to not have an opponent, but I'm also really happy to be back on this board again. 20 years ago, I was up for re-election, and I decided not to run because I didn't like the way the board was moving at that point in time. But right now, I'm in the right direction, and because of that, I decided to run again. Thank heavens, I don't have an opponent, so I'm very happy, and thank you.
Thank you, Tom. I want to take a quick second to thank our audio video goddess in the back, Kelly Friend, who's been with us from the beginning. Pay her too. So, join Hometown. Talk to Oscar over in the corner. Let's move to school board. Bobby Highsmith is a commissioner for District 1. Bobby wins without an opponent. So come on, Bobby.
Thank you guys very much. It's very humbling. I'm very happy not to have to run again. I am going to seeing this all over the place, and I bring this out and passing it to my friend John McIntosh. He's the guy that did the millage a little bit if we have to in order to cover the costs for school resource officers. We're hoping we're not going to have to make use of that, but I do think it's critically important that we have that tool in our kit so that we can keep our students safe and keep the dollars in the classroom and continue to provide a world-class education that we have to. In conclusion, we have one. I think he's doing a pretty good job.
Rather than Ralph DePalma, he's going to come on back up and that's tough to follow.
Aviation first, then the space shuttle program. Then I came down here to develop software for mosquito control district. And it was like a blank sheet of paper. We had taking them into the 20th century, so to speak. The technology, given years of
budget cuts and the effects on the organization and the personnel. I was part of the management team. Most voters and candidates, most voters are looking for candidates that will help change the current direction of our nation. I would like to help change the current direction of mosquito control here in the Keys. For the last 7 years, it's been subjected to extreme budget cutting restraints and needs new leadership to change this direction. That's why I'm running for Commissioner of Florida.
All right, thank you, Ralph. Back into school board, District 4, the incumbent is John Dick. Come on, John.
So everybody was going to sort of along the same line. So I'm in the Rotary in Marathon, and there was a fellow there that ran for the mayor. His name was Chris Bull. Chris Bull went around and he had his signs. They were cut out like a bull, and so you could see the sign from anywhere, and you knew that was for him. I was in the thing, and I said, you know, my next election's coming up soon, and I'm going to do what Chris did, those name recognition signs. And you guys are better, because in that room, a third of the people laughed right away, another third laughed about 30 seconds later, and there was some I had to tell them later on. Years ago when I first ran, I ran with a thing of dollars to the classroom. That was my campaign, and that's what I promised to do. I was unhappy that the teacher salaries were, they were around the middle, the average of the state, and yet we were getting far more money on a per student basis than any other district in the state of Florida. And I said, we need to put our dollars into the classroom. We were putting 67% of that general fund into the classroom. And the change for that is we stopped spending money on, like the fellow over there said, consultants. We got rid of a lot of positions that were unnecessary. We had a lot of teachers on special assignment, meaning they were not teaching in the classroom. We're $10,000 above the average at Switlick and Marathon, and we're rebuilding PKS in the Upper Keys. Worked at Marathon High School for 5 years on our college participation, and we've added courses to the vocational that are now certified. I just this year helped Carl Shorts High School certify their automotive program, and we're going to do the same thing here in Key West this upcoming year. My time.
Helping when Martin retires. I am running because this is a leader in schools from nursery through the graduate levels of university. I have a bachelor's degree in teaching from Florida State University, a master's degree in education administration from the University of Miami, student in teaching in Key Largo in 1972. Accreditation ratings when the school was evaluated. I know education. And I now want to use my years of experience, both here and internationally, my depth of knowledge in education at all levels, and my passion for providing the best possible educational opportunities to children to support the students and the educators of the fabulous Florida Keys, the incredible place that gave me my start. By voting for me, you will ensure the children of our unique county will have an experienced.
She wins by default. For people like this, she came all the way down from Key Largo, but please try to get it.
The next District 5. Supporting me both for my advocacy years in service to the children in our community. Ron and Brenda were the first to encourage me to run for school board, and they've been supporting me throughout my campaign. I appreciate it. The community support has been really amazing, and I believe that reflects how much task force called Common Ground. We advocate for public education. Working together, we've learned that despite our political
Our video tonight, even though our live stream is on the Blink, we are videoing it. It will go to our beginning. They do us a great deal, but otherwise we wouldn't be able to present for, I think, 73 years.
I live in Big Pine Key. I'm your Democratic candidate. that. We can make Monroe County, okay? And we also
address sustainable living wage. Last month in the county alone lose.
so we need to do something to either adjust, we need to start taking care of some people who I think are very underserved in this county, and that's the here, so that when you reach a certain age, you don't have to leave the Keys. You could stay here and be taken care of. There's a whole array of issues that are to represent the 2nd District. So please, please, if you can, supporting my neighbors.
These should be represented by somebody who actually, I have heard that is responsive to the needs of our residents and our beautiful environment. Over the years, I've gained vast work experience that I feel qualified for the position and will enhance the commissioners that can contribute to the county. I'm a little nervous, this is my first time. To running our local family business. Properties that are eyesores and aided in the creation of the Collegiate Academy. My goals to better our community begin with sustainable options for workforce. I will complete cleanup for Hurricane Irma and to protect and preserve our rich environment. I will work with county-wide